the economy the way it is, it hit our business pretty hard. So we weren't able to come the last few years, but this year we just really needed to come home. We needed Sandy Cove again to rejuvenate us, to help us to get. It's been a tough year, so we just thought it would be a great thing to be able to come back and to be here again, bring our children back. They love it here so much, and we wanted our youngest to experience it, have the good memories of Club. Well, he had Club Cove, but he never got into Crosswalk because he was too young last time he was here. So we prayed, and I wrote the letter. It was hard because we don't like asking for assistance, but we just thought we'd try it and see what would happen, and we're so grateful.
You know, as you're trying to raise your family, you try to influence them to follow after God and do what's right and have a purpose for God. And they don't always listen to you and your wife. But when you get around other Christians, their other peers and other teachers, sometimes their hearts and minds can be opened up to hear God in a fresh way.
There's something about this place. When you drive and you turn into that driveway, it's like you feel the weight of the world drop off you for a little while.
These kids, good kids, and I think coming to Sandy Cove over the past 20 some odd years has been a good part of that influence, keep them on the right path. And because of the scholarship, we could come here up from Florida, and it's quite a drive, and
expense.
And fuel was $1.82 last time we were here per gallon. Now it's $3.60 something, and having that partial scholarship made it possible for us to make the decision to come here this year, and we're thankful for that. And it's really the highlight of our year, really, to be able to come up here.
It did make it possible. I mean, we wouldn't be here without it. So we're very grateful. Very grateful.
We decided, if we're going to have a future together, we need to get help. We need to find out what it is that's keeping you from, wanting to get to know your family again and, be a part of our lives. You can't come back a year later and just pick up where we left off.
Before we even knew each other, I deployed to Iraq, was gone for 7 months and lost 48 of my buddies. 21 of them within a 3-day period, a month before we were supposed to come home. So when we both found out that I was going to deploy again, it was getting close to my time being done in the Marine Corps. I was supposed to be out in June. We found out in January I was leaving in May. So the anticipation, not knowing what's going to happen with it being that rough of a deployment, the first time around, we didn't. He
told me that he didn't even know. He was scared that he wasn't going to get to come home. We took a pretty big pay cut when he deployed, which left us, struggling in every way, shape, and form while he was gone. So coming back, we didn't have the opportunity to, get away or, take time off work to, just get to know each other again. So with him coming home and us not having the resources to help us reconnect, we found Sandy Cove. And I truly feel after a week here that Sandy Cove saved our marriage. It gave us a chance to get to know each other again, and I'm appreciative. I have my husband back, the man I married. He's happy, he's smiling, he's playing with our son, and we're sitting with a beautiful horizon in front of us, getting to share it together. So there's hope for us.
Back in 2006, my husband decided to go into full-time ministry, and he no longer worked in corporate America, and that we called it downsizing. We had to downsize a lot because we didn't have that that heavy financial aspect in our lives anymore. We just had a really rough time of it. You know, we were even at a place where we had to move in with some friends, you know, for a year or two. You know, it was a lot, you know, emotionally, it was a lot spiritually, a lot of growth spiritually, a lot of stress on the family, on the relationships. But, you know, God held us together, and I'm so thankful for that. But again, this year I really wanted to contribute to him being able to go to camp. And I kind of like said, you know, forget it. I'm not even going to inquire about the scholarship. And I just went on with, you know, life as I go on with life. But you know, thank God for email, because we got an email from Camp Sandy Cove saying that it wasn't too late to get a scholarship. And I'm like, God, is this you? So it was like well after June, you know, and I'm like, oh, could this be God? You know, because we're always praying. Let me tell you, not having money, you really, really learn to trust God in a deeper way. You really learn how to let go of your fleshly inhibitions and, you know, feeling ashamed, because God said that he would not cause you to be ashamed, you know. And I think that's what the Lord was really ministering to my heart, you know, about not being ashamed. But we trust God. When Lawrence came home that Friday night from his friend's house, I looked at him and I said, Lawrence, you're going to camp. He said, what? He was so excited.
I mean, like, even though there's no video games or TV or air conditioning, and it's like 130 degrees every day, it's pretty fun, because it's just God's camp.